Hello everyone, welcome back to our session number 3 on 11th Jan 2025 Programming and Web Development. And here we are trying to discuss about some of the commands which we might use in C, C++, Ampscript and SSJS. I was talking about this path, I was talking about .NET. So I want to explain to people, you might or might not know about it. Very importantly, let us try to see some of the commands what we use. It might be a shortcut, but it is a similar kind of a command itself. And I'll be just trying to show how do I know that it is .NET in SSJS or it might be in the language of Ampscript. Okay, first is first. So I'll go to my Turbo C where I use some of the commands and I'll start my Turbo C. Luckily, I think it is starting in a full screen window today. I'm lucky enough on that part. So Alt F, all these are a kind of commands. When I go to DOS shell here, and if I clear the screen, hope you remember that I created a folder, cd command Jan 2025. If you compare the previous things what we did, cd backslash, see, all these are commands, cls command, cd, turbo c3, cd, bin. Don't forget bin is one of the folders you'll find in most of the programming languages and all your softwares. And here I change it to cd Jan 2025, right? And now I'll exit. All these are an example. Will it color work here? Color 1, 2? No, because it is running on the DOS box or some softwares might or might not work. Exit command. So now, when it comes to your program, as you know, we were doing, so I'll create one more folder. I usually do that. So md, make directory, md, is it working? No. mkdir is the command, and today it is 11th of Jan. cd 11, and now you can see there are some options like debug, project options, application, compiler, transfer, make, linker, librarian, debugger, directories, environment, preferences, editor, mouse, desktop, startup, and colors. See, there are many options, right? So we'll learn it as and when we progress. My favorite is always help. I was talking about command prompt help. Exactly, we have help on help. See, this is help. It is telling you how to use the help also. You can learn about Turbo C++ through the online help system. What you are reading right now is a help screen. Most help screens have some highlighted items, double quotes, help keywords on them that lead to another help screen. Arrow and mouse. Try it now. Choose one of these help keywords to get started. Turbo C++ menus. Right click. File. Right click. Open. Right click. Open a file. Right click. You can see all these commands here. Load. File name. History list. You'll get huge arrows to scroll down to read it. And if you want to close this, here is the close window. This is the close window. Right? So it's access online help F1 command. Okay. So what was the agenda to come here is I wanted to show that how to write a program. As we know, I'll create a new file. We know how to write a program now. Most of you have used all these. Now we are trying to do the command with the help of a shortcut keyboard like Alt F. Alt is an alternative for your mouse. Okay, many people doesn't know it. I click with options. Okay, that's what I have learned. Alt, if you don't have a mouse, or if you, when mouse was not even introduced to computer, it was all with the help of keyboard Alt. Even before that, it was all in command prompt. Okay, everything was being executed in command prompt, creating a file, editing a file, storing a file, everything was in command prompt. Okay. So now it's almost similar. Things what I'm doing. Okay. Perfect. Now I've created a new file, Alt F. For the first time, I'll go with save as. I'll give a name as usual, hello.c, and then write a program hash include preprocessor statement. This line is known as preprocessor statement or preprocessing statement. Preprocessor or preprocessing statement. This is also a statement, but not semicolon. Then comes void main. Any compiled language, C, C++, Java, C Sharp, you should have one main function. If you have any code or not, it's fine. You can save your code, compile it. It's all with the help of same. But to compile it, you can go to DOS shell and you can use tcc hello.c or tc hello.c. Okay. There is a command. So I have to just check all those files. But this is how actually you should do. Now I compile the code and then you have to link it with library. Actually, this will happen by itself. Then you have to build it on. Once you build it on, then you should be able to see an executable also here. Actually, it will be. Okay, this is not generating. Actually, it is generating and storing somewhere. It will always have that obj file. So if I go to run, compile, make it, link it, and then build on. Can you see this? Okay, it is stored in source actually. Source hello.exe dot. Perfect. So where it is stored, I'll show you. There are three dots here. First is for previous. Okay, and then the source with. Let's see whether we have it. Alt F quit. According to that, I'm expecting a file. I'll show that. It is in C drive, Turbo C3, bin. Do we have a source? Yes, it should be here, if I'm not wrong. Or it should be in source. Yes, here it is. Let me show you this. Beautiful. I got all the files. Just keep an eye on this one, Turbo C source. I'll delete all these files. Okay. Nothing is present here. Good. Now I'll open my Turbo C. When you compile it, what will happen? This is very important. What is happening? Okay. No worries. Control panel. This PC. Now, I have something interesting to show you people. What I'll do is first I'll go to Dashit and I'll go to Jan. Okay, perfect. Okay. Now everyone watch my screen, this is very important to know. When you compile a code, what will happen? So it is storing here. Okay. There are three programs. Hello, DMD, some files are there. That is absolutely fine. Now, watch the screen. This is very important for you people to know it. I'll open a file which is hello.c and I'll try to write a printer as usual. Okay, Alt F save, Alt F save as hi.c. I'll close all the files. Alt F open hi.c. Okay, concentrate on this now. I have a program. First, I will compile it to check whether it is having all the syntaxes. Observe this one. There is a file behind the screen. There is an obj file generated. Okay. And after that, you have to link it. After you link it, there is a exe file generated, which is hi.exe. Now, if I run the code, you have to go to screen and see it, right? Observe, I can also run it again now. I'll go to DOS shell, cd dot dot, cd dot dot, cd dot dot, cd source. I'm just coming back. Now, if I type hi, can you see that program hi.exe? This is my executable file. Okay. Now let us see whether we can run it in command prompt. Cd dot dot, cd dot dot, cd turbo c, cd source. If I type hi.c, is it throwing? Is not recognized. Sorry, hi. It is a 32-bit software. Okay, it's a 32-bit output. That is the reason you can see only in this screen. Okay, I know it might be not easy to understand. Cd dot dot, I mean C turbo C, cd bin, cd jan, cd 11. I'll close it. ಈಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಫೈಲ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಬರೆಯೋದು C++. ಹ್ಯಾಶ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್, ಅಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗದೆ ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಹ್ಯಾಶ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಈ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಈಗ C++ ಇದು. cout lesser symbol double quotes hello world double quotes close semicolon. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಈಗ ಅದು ಫೋಲ್ಡರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಆಲ್ಟ್ ಎಫ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಸೇವ್ ಆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದೇ ಫೋಲ್ಡರ್ ಸೇವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡ ಡಾಟ್ ಸಿಪಿಪಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ C++ ಫೈಲ್ ಇದು, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಈಗ ಈ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಕಂಪೈಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಲ್ಟ್ ಸಿ ಕಂಪೈಲ್. ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಕನ್ನಡ ಡಾಟ್ OBJ ಬಂತು. ರನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ರನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಈಗ ನನಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಡಾಟ್ exe ಫೈಲ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ರನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ವಿಂಡೋಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 2 ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಾಶ್ ಶೆಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇದು ಈ ಫೈಲ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ exe ಅಥವಾ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಫೈಲ್ ಬಂತಲ್ಲ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? cd ಟರ್ಬೋ, cd ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಈ ಫೋಲ್ಡರ್ ಇದೆ. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಕನ್ನಡ ಅಂತ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ CLS ಕಮಾಂಡ್ ತರ, ಕಲರ್ ಕಮಾಂಡ್ ತರ ಹೆಲೋ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಸೀನು ಬಿಹೈಂಡ್ ಹಿಂಗೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಯಾಕೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕು ನೀವು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಈ ತರ ನೀವೇನೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೇನೋ ಆಗೋಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಸರ್ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಯಾರು ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರ? ಯಾರು ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ ನಾವೇ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. ನೀವು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ನ ಓಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪೈಲ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹಿಂಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಲಿಂಕ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹಿಂಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದೊಂದು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. ಸರ್ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ತ್ರೇನೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ತ್ರೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಕಲಿಕ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಕಾಗೇನು? ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬರೀರಿ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಬಿನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದ್ರು ಓಕೆ, ಫೋಲ್ಡರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಲ್ ಡಬ್ಲ್ಯೂ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಟೆಫ್ ಕ್ವಿಟ್. ಈಗ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಹೈಂಡ್ ದಿ ಸೀನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಾವು ಇದು C++ ಆಯ್ತು. ಮೇಜರ್ ಅಜೆಂಡಾ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಆ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ಕಟ್ಸ್. ಈಗ ಆಮ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟ್ SSJS ಕಲಿಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ C++ ಬೇಡ, ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದು. C# ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಸರ್ ಯಾರು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನ, ನನಗೂ ಯಾರು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ನೋಡಿದೆ, ಏನ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ SFMC, ದಿಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಿಲ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ವೆಬ್ ಆನ್ .NET. ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ASPX ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಇದು .NET ಹಳೇದು, 3.5 ಏನೋ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ವರ್ಷನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ರನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಅನ್ HTML ಫೈಲ್, Ampscript and SSJS ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಇದು ಟೂಲ್. ಸೊ ಹಂಗಾಗಿ Jan 11, 2025 ರಾಜು ಆಯ್ತಾ. when I write a program and if I have something to print, okay na, I'll show you that. Everyone observe this code and I'll try to print something. As usual, if you want to write a program in C, you should know that it should be hash input, exactly same way. If it is Ampscript, you should write $%, square bracket, $%, and you should be printing your program. So print ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So set at, this is the variable name. Since it is scripting, no data type required. I'll take it as records is equal to lookup rows. Lookup rows, D name is master underscore Raju, the field name and the value. Okay, lookup rows, email, which is chandrasfmc@gmail.com. Okay, if I print this, how to print it in Ampscript? $%, double equals $%. It is all in web, don't forget. Ampscript runs on SFMC server, which is a server-side scripting language. And if I print records, I just want to print this. Some fundamentals of email. Physical mailing address, profile center link, and track email opens. These three are required. And welcome to Ampscript and SSJS. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ಪ್ರಿವ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೇನೋ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಆಮ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ರನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಪ್ರಿವ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಆಲ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬರ್ಸ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತಾ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಏನೋ ಎರರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇಮೇಲ್ ಚಂದ್ರಸಿ ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಲ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಲ್, ಈ ಪದ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಈ ಪದ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು, ಇದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ಇಲ್ಲೇನೋ ಎರರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೆಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡ್, ಅನ್ ಎರರ್ ಅಕರ್ಡ್ ವೆನ್ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಟು ರಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್, ಸಿ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ನಂದು ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಒಂದು ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಲುಕಪ್ ರೋಸ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಆ ಡಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ, ಹಾಗೆ SSJS ಬರಿತೀನಿ. master_Raju ಇಮೇಲ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್, ನಾನು ಇಮೇಲ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೆ. ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಟೈಪ್ ವಾಸ್ ನೇಮ್ ವಾಸ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೇವ್ and next. When I see this, ಇದು interesting ಅಂದ್ರೆ, when I see this, there are two things which will come to my mind. One is system.data.data row. It is an array because it is square bracket. System.data.data row, because this is resembling system.console.writeLine. Observe the letters here, which is in capital letter. This is built on top of .NET. Two reasons. One is here, which is showing .aspx. When I look into this, I know C# language and I know that it starts from system. You might be wondering why it is not Java. This is the syntax of Java. Okay. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನನ್ಗೆ ಈ ತರ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋಯ್ತು, ಇದು .NET ಅಂತ. ಮೊದಲು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ನ .NET ಅಂತ, ಎರಡನೇದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂತು. Second thing, I'll show you the SSJS. Or if you read SSJS document, someone, you should know that it is being maintained by MS. That is Microsoft. Microsoft is .NET. Okay. SSJS server-side JavaScript syntax. When you get some errors, you will get to know. This is server-side ASPX. Okay. Even gotagala, you will not understand now, but some outputs will make you to feel that. Account functions, data, date and time functions, data extension functions. Let me try to retrieve data or rows. The first one is data extension. Platform.load, core, P and L is in caps. That is one thing which makes me to think. Data extension init. So these uppercase letters are making me to think like that. Okay, now. So data extension.init, rows ತೋರಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. Add a lookup or retrieve. Lookup. ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಲಿಂಕ್ ಇದೆ, ನಂಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಗ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅದು, ಬಟ್ ಇದು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಲುಕಪ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್, ಡೇಟಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ init, rows, lookup, rows and lookup. ಇದೆ ನಮಗೆ. ಅದು ಬಂದಿರೋ ಡೇಟಾನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂರಿಸ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ SSJS now. This has made me to think, okay, this is .NET. Now I would like to run a script which is SSJS. You can run a script in email also. Only thing is you have to type run at server. It's a server-side language. Run at server. Platform.load, semicolon, double quotes, core, comma, double quotes, version 1. And now if I type write function with hello world, it should work. Let's see. So I'll go back to my email, and instead of Ampscript, I'll try to execute this guy. It might not work. It might throw an error. Hello world, it's printing. Awesome. This is my SSJS. ಬಟ್ ಏನ್ ಕಲ್ತ್ವಿ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾನು ಏನು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನಂಗೆ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಬೇಡ. ಈ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಹೋಗಿ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಈಗ ಏನ್ ನನ್ ಕಂಪೈಲ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಏನೇನ್ ಬೇಕೋ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ. Platform.load ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ Platform.load ಆ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿನೆಲ್ಲ ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ರೈಟ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. Now if you go back and think about your for loop, your program, variable num, pt and the result. If you know the programming, you can easily write a program now. So num is 17. Num is equal to 17, semicolon. PT is equal to 1, semicolon. Result is equal to 0, semicolon. If you know one language, you can type it. Now I know how to print it. So for PT is equal to 1, semicolon. PT less than or equal to 7, 10, semicolon. PT is equal to PT plus 1. I'll explain you some other time. Write double quotes plus double quotes plus double quotes break because it is printing in HTML space. Then comes the variable num because it is 17 ones are result. Result has to be calculated. Normal mathematics result is equal to num into PT. PT is just a variable. You can type anything. Then print num plus space star space. Then the PT double quotes plus result plus double quotes with the break. Two breaks, one in the beginning, one in. Space is equal to space. Let's see whether this works. This is the script. I don't need any software. I need the login to Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Now let me see whether this works because I'm trying to run a script in the email content. You can. And if it works perfectly, I should be getting the table 17 ones are 17, 72s are 34, 73s are 51. And this is your SSJS. And for me, SSJS was not new because write is resembling the C# program. Instead of write line, I can type write. Since I had a fair enough idea that it is the SPX and the basic knowledge on C# made me to learn SSJS very quickly. And this video series, what we are creating for 3 months, January, February, March, where we are trying to learn the programming fundamentals. We are not sticking to any specific language. We are trying to learn any language which comes through and we'll keep progressing from there. Good. You can learn any language. It might be Ampscript, but you should know the right software required and how to print it. Rest of the things which is in common. What is common in languages? What is common in languages? Any language. There might be some variations for sure. Common things are variables, data types, operators, concept of conditional statement, loops, arrays, functions. This is for sure it is common. Minor variations will be there. That is what we are planning to cover in the next 3 months. March last day, we should be in a position to say that yes, we know programming language. And if any new programming language comes in front of you, you should be confident enough in learning, reading the document, and learning it by yourself. That's the agenda of this entire 3 month program. This on Saturday, I'll be stopping my session number 3. It will be only 3 sessions every day.